Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
Good morning, friends. Welcome back to our chronological Bible reading. I am Reynolds, the minister of the Somerville Church of Christ, and we are in Ecclesiastes chapter 9 today. We'll be reading chapter 9 and 10, so I want to encourage you to open up your Bible and follow along. I also want to encourage you, as I do almost every time, to have a notepad handy so you can mark some verses that interest you. Maybe take a highlighter and highlight the verses that really impress upon you some wisdom, and just make notes and study it again and again and again. Today we read Ecclesiastes chapter 9. For I considered all this in my heart, so that I could declare it all, that the righteous and the wise and their works are in the hand of God. People know neither love nor hatred by anything they see before them. All things come alike to all. One event happens to the righteous and the wicked, to the good, the clean, the unclean, to him who sacrifices and him who does not sacrifice. As the good, so is the sinner, he who takes an oath, as he who fears an oath. This is an evil in all that is done under the sun, that one thing happens to all. Truly the hearts of the sons of men are full of evil. Madness is in their hearts while they live, and after that they go to the dead. But for him who is joined to all the living, there is hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing, and they have no more reward. For the memory of them is forgotten. Also their love, their hatred, and their envy has now perished. Nevermore will they have a share in anything done under the sun. Go, eat your bread with joy, and drink your wine with a merry heart. For God has already accepted your works. Let your garments always be white. Let your head lack no oil. Live joyfully with the wife whom you love all the days of your vain life, which he's given you under the sun, all your days of vanity. For that is your portion in life, and in the labor which you perform under the sun. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might. For there is no work or device or knowledge or wisdom in the grave where you're going. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor the bread to the wise, nor the riches of men understanding, nor favor to men of skill. But time and chance happen to them all. For man also does not know his time, like a fish taken in a cruel net, like birds caught in a snare. So the sons of men are snared in an evil time when it fails or falls suddenly upon them. This wisdom I have seen under the sun, and it seemed great to me. There was a little city with few men in it. A great king came against it, besieged it, built great snares around it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no one remembered that same poor man. And then I said, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. Words of the wise spoken quietly should be heard, rather than shout of a ruler of fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. Chapter 10. Dead flies putrefy the perfumer's ointment, and cause it to give off a foul odor. So does a little folly to one respected for wisdom and honor. A wise man's heart is at his right hand, but a fool's heart is at his left. Even when a fool walks along the way, he lacks wisdom. He also shows everyone that he's a fool. If the spirit of the ruler rises against you, do not leave your post, for conciliation pacifies his great offenses. There is an evil that I have seen under the sun, as an error proceeding from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, while the rich sit in a lowly place. I've seen servants on horses, while princes walk the ground like servants. He who digs a pit will fall into it. Whoever breaks through a wall will be bitten by a serpent. He who quarries stones may be hurt by them, and he who splits wood may be endangered by it. If the axe is dull, and one does not sharpen the edge, then he must use more strength. But wisdom brings success. A serpent may bite when it is not charmed. The babbler is no different. The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool shall swallow him up. The words of his mouth begin with foolishness. At the end of his talk is raving madness. A fool also multiplies words. No man knows what is to be. Who can tell him of what will be after him? The labor of fools wearies them, for they do not even know how to go to the city. Woe to you, O land, when your king is a child, and your princes feast in the morning. Blessed are you, O land, when your king is the son of nobles, and your princes feast at the proper time, the strength, and not for drunkenness. Because of laziness the building decays, and through idleness of hands the house leaks. A feast is made for laughter, wine makes merry, but money answers everything. Do not curse the king, even in your thought. Do not curse the rich, even in your bedroom. For the bird of the air may carry your voice, and a bird in flight may tell the matter. So glad again you joined us today as we've reading through the book of Ecclesiastes here. Tomorrow we will be finishing up this reading. Just pray that it is blessing you. Again, take notes, write down as much as you can. Come back and look at this book when you've got even more time to study it. It's one of my favorites. I often say it's my favorite book. It is my favorite book in the Old Testament, but I just love digging into the wisdom here. Hope that it's blessed you as it's blessed me. Thank you again for watching, and we hope you'll join us again tomorrow. Until next time, have a blessed day.
Thy word is a lamp unto my